Hi, and welcome back from the weekend. This week we're going to do a short unit on polygons. So in our first block that you see dated Monday, there is a copy of these notes. You will have a blank and an answer key. So the answer key that's there is exactly what I'm showing you here. You can print out the blank. I recommend that so you can write in these definitions. If you don't have a printer, I totally get it because I don't. Then I really recommend that you write these definitions into your notes. You get a lot out of writing things over. It'll help you remember. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the definitions. I'm going to start here. So a polygon is a closed figure made up of segments. Okay, so closed means that it's not going to look like this picture over here, and it's made up of segments, so it's not going to be curved. We are also not going to crisscross two of our sides like we see over here. This is actually two polygons, not one giant one with like a big point in the middle. All of these guys over here are polygons. Now when we have polygons, we can have two different kinds of polygons, convex and concave. Okay, so polygons that are described as convex have all interior angles less than 180 degrees. This over here, let me show you. This over here is a convex polygon. This red stop sign over here, convex polygon, and this green triangle is a convex polygon. If a polygon isn't convex, then it's concave. And that tells us that at least one interior angle is more than 180 degrees. Okay, sometimes definitions don't always do it for us. This second picture over here is a picture of a concave polygon, and that's because we have this going inside. By the way, not all polygons have to be in circles. These pictures just happen to be. So here is a picture, a little drawing of another concave polygon. So here I start to draw a polygon, and then my polygon caves in. If your polygon caves in, then it is a concave polygon. That's how I think of it. So if it doesn't cave in, then it's convex. Okay, so this is a concave polygon, and if we're following the definition, then we can see, well, this angle here is definitely, well, there's the straight line, right? So it's less than a straight line, so it is less than 180 degrees. This guy here, that's less than 180 degrees, but then when you get to this guy, it kind of goes more than a straight line, right? The straight line would be here somewhere, it would go straight, and we're going more than that 180 degrees. I don't know, it looks like it's almost even the 360, right? It's kind of maybe, I don't know, 270? Could be, but that angle right here, this where it caves in, that's what tells us that it's concave. Moving on. So in addition to being able to describe a polygon as convex or concave, we can also say whether it is regular or irregular. And again, a polygon is either regular or it's not. So if a polygon is regular, then all of the sides and all of the angles are congruent to each other. And two basic examples that we're all familiar with are the square and, of course, a stop sign. Stop sign, 8 sides and 8 congruent angles. So I'm going to draw the square right here. And this is how we can show that we have a regular polygon. So I draw a square. And then it says, by definition, all the sides are congruent. So mark all your sides, and all of the angles are congruent. Yes, a square has right angles, but I'm just going to make them all marked the same. They're all congruent. This is the look of a regular polygon. All sides mark the same, and all of the angles are marked the same. So if a polygon is regular, they either have to say it's a regular polygon, or you see a picture that looks like this. Otherwise, you just don't know. Irregular polygon, the sides and the angles are not congruent, but that might be a little bit tricky, so let's kind of give you a typical example. So here is, okay, a trapezoid. Trapezoid, sides and angles are not congruent. Let me kind of get some pictures in here. Okay, good. Then there's this picture. Looks like a square, and it might be, but unless we say that it's a regular polygon or mark all of the sides and all of the angles congruent, we just don't know, can't assume, right? We don't assume things. So this one right here, if we don't say so, it's irregular or not regular. Another example, oh, let's look at a rectangle. Maybe you have a shape where we can mark all of the angles congruent. And that's great, but unless all of the angles and all of the sides are congruent, it's not regular. Here's another guy. Oh, you can laugh at my drawing, I do. But whatever this shape is, let's say it's got 6 sides, I am marking all of the sides the same. So if I mark all the sides the same, that's great. It is equilateral. All of the sides are the same, but it's not regular because we didn't say anything about the angles. So these 4 examples that you see here are all irregular polygons because they are not regular. It's one or the other. Okay, let's move on. Hello. So we flip over, and here we have the naming of our polygons. Many of these are familiar. Hopefully you know most. If not, you're going to learn a couple new words. Here are the shapes down the right side. Then we're counting the number of sides. I'll help you out. We start at 3, we go to number 10, then 12, don't bother with 11, and then there's n. What if there's more than 12 sides? Okay, well, triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, 7-sided figures, there are 2 names that are common. The heptagon and the septagon, pick your favorite, I don't care. Octagon, nonagon, decagon for 10, like decade, bunch of words that start with the DEC, right? Decathlon. Dodecagon, so dodec is 2 and 10, and 2 and 10 is 12. So beyond that, there are names for some of them, but we're also reasonable, so we are not going to have to know them. But there are figures that are bigger, like maybe there's a 19-sided figure. And if a figure has 19 sides, then we'll just call it a 19gon. So that's what this n and n-gon means. If a figure has 25 sides, we'll call it a 25gon. Okay, so take some time, copy down this table. It's also in the haiku notes. Okay, here's your last page. Your last page are examples. The top 6, you're just going to state whether the polygon is regular or not. And of course, if it's not, we said that means it's irregular. So you're going to look at the pictures, look at the markings on the pictures, and then the bottom 4, you're going to say whether it's concave or convex. Because remember, polygons are either regular or not regular, and concave or convex. So that's it. We're going to kind of use those words.